Hello there. Join me this week as I tackle my never-ending and ever-expanding to-do list. Oh my goodness. There is not enough time in the weekends to get on top of this shizzle. Since we've had the work done on the house, I've had a to-do list as long as my arm and we're still trying to get through it. But today I'm just going to do what I'm drawn towards. What I just so happened to be drawn towards this morning is this mess. So a lot of this is left over from the porch rebuild, and a lot of it is from the work done on the house, inside the house with the insulation, solar panels, etc. So I'm going to start on this lot first, I think, because this is what's been getting on my nerves the most. So I'm going to split it into two lots, one that we can reuse and the other which just needs to go to the tip. So I've got this stuff, well, I've got a lot of this is going to have to go down the garden and go in the shed. Keeping that pallet, of course, because we love pallets, but this is going to be my got to go to the tip pile. So let's get on with this. And I'm going to try and get all this done before it rains. So while it's not raining, I'm going to get outside and get stuff done outside, and then when it starts to rain, I'm going to get myself back inside and do whatever needs doing inside. Meanwhile, while that is shining, that is happening. Not my car, it's my works car. I wouldn't buy an electric car. It's not fully electric, it's a hybrid, but yep, free miles from that. Get in. All this wood is going to get used as firewood, so I'm going to have to get it round the side of the house and down to the log store down the garden. So I'm going to get that out of the way first and then crack on with the pile of crap sitting there. Well, that wasn't too bad today, but I just wanted to let you know what was going on with these. That is for a project that I'm going to have to get done this autumn. So a bit of an explanation behind that. We have, it was back in 2019, during COVID actually, we built a retaining wall that is the other side of the ferret hutch. We built it out of wood and wooden posts, but we've noticed over this year that actually a couple of the posts have rotted and the retaining wall is starting to press out the way. Now if that pops, everything that's sat on top of the retaining wall is just going to end up down the garden and on the veg beds. So that's something I'm going to do a little bit later on this year, but definitely in the autumn. So those posts that I've just showed you are the new retaining posts. So I'm going to have to get rid of the wooden posts that are holding the wall in place, and replace them with these metal ones, which should be a lot more sturdier. But of course that in itself poses some issues because there's lots of stuff growing in that area, so I'm going to have to cut everything back first and then get in there, get the retaining posts in, and hopefully that will secure it a lot more and the ferrets can live happily in their hutch without the fear of everything collapsing underneath them. But of course I will take you along for that journey as well, but let's crack on with what we're doing today. It's starting to rain, inevitably. We'll see how long this lasts. Well, that's at least a little bit of progress, isn't it? So, oops, just kicked something. Yeah, I've cut back the brambles that were along that fence there. I have cleared up this pile of stuff. I've made about 2 foot, 3 foot more for my car to reverse back. Not that it needs to, but yeah, that just looks a lot better. You can actually get round to the boot now, whereas before I was having to, you know, struggle over that pile. But what it has left me with is 3 buckets worth of slate. Now, I like slate, but I'm not entirely sure what to do with this. Obviously, we're trying to reduce the amount of stuff that we're taking to the tip. So I don't know whether to smash it down and put it somewhere. Richie might use it in his quad store to part of the quad. I don't know, but it's there now. It's just I need to get the wheelbarrow up to get that down the garden, but I think it will do okay there for now. So this is the pile of rubbish that needs to go at the tip so far, but I've got a funny feeling that we've got more stuff, so I'm going to go around the garden and see what else needs to go at the tip, because there's no point in, you know, doing a tip run with half a boot full. I might as well fill it up. That will go down the garden, but what will have to happen soon-ish, before we can do anything else really, is that's our old oil tank that used to fuel our heating. So we no longer have oil central heating, we've got the air source heat pump. So that is probably more than half full. I need to check it, but our next door neighbour who rebuilt the porch is going to be taking the oil from there, and then I think we'll try and sell the tank, and then that will give us a bit more space in the parking area as well. Now, me being me, I'll probably try to fill it. Hello, plants. But we'll see what happens with that. But anyways, once that's gone, then we can replace the fence at the back, because the fence is rotten. So there's rotten fence there, rotten fence behind it, and we've got a bit of fence in there just to stop people or animals walking through and falling down the drop that's at the back of here. So that's the progress for this morning. Not bad, not bad. Meanwhile, Richard is prepping the fireplace wall to get tiled. How are you getting on?
Slowly.
Is Sybil helping now?
Not a lot, no. What can you do?
What can you do? You will collect dogs. Slate is heavier than I thought. There we have it, all down here for storage until we find out what we're going to do with it. I might even pile it up somewhere in the meantime so we can get our buckets back. But hello chicken, hello chicken, hello. Oh, they're all coming out now to see if I've got any food for them. I don't, I'm very sorry. Yeah, so we'll see what we're going to do with that. So I know I don't like this weather very much. It's not It's not the nicest. It's not cold though, and it's not windy, thankfully. It's a tiny bit breezy, but it's all right. But anyway, what it is perfect for is the ground is nice and damp. Any moths that were, I was going to say nesting, laying their eggs in nettles, they should have all basically flown the coop already. So this weather really is perfect for nettling, and it's one of the most therapeutic things that I've ever done, and I absolutely love doing it. So I've got my arms covered, I've got my gloves on, and I'm going to start nettling. Now, I've not done any nettling at all this year, so this should be fun, and I'm just trying to figure out where to start because there's so many of them, but they're so tall, which means they've got nice strong stems on them. They'll probably have nice strong roots on them, so hopefully when I pull them up I'm going to get like meters and meters worth of roots, and they're all connected. So yeah, this is going to be exciting, so let's get on with that. I decided I'm going to start here next to the beck because this is like a little pathway that the ducks use to get like into the beck and back again. And I like to go down there at night, just have a wander up and down the beck. Weird, I know, but I do it most nights. So I'm just going to start by getting all of the nettles out of this area. Oh, this is exciting. Oh, well, that didn't give me any roots, did it? Cheeky monkey. There's all these growing in this pile as well. Oh, no roots. Are you helping me? That's what I want to see. But yeah, it's not been happening with the others, but I pulled this, it's right next to the back, so it's obviously, the ground's a lot wetter, but that's more like it. First thing. Just found some black plastic underneath. Oh, there's some plastic here as well. Yeah, I hate finding plastic in the back, but yeah, anyway, so satisfying. In fact, I got so carried away that I left this on normal video instead of putting it on time lapse. It's all about that. The rain started again, but this is the bit that I really want to get done because I can barely walk through it now. That's the path, and you might be able to remember if you've watched my previous videos, I trimmed all this back just at the start of summer, and it hasn't been trimmed since. Look at the state of it, so I'm gonna give that a wee bash. Well, that was a failure. I'm gonna have to trim it. Not today, because it's now precipitating. It's actually quite nice. We've got a bit of shelter underneath this fir tree here. Or pine tree. I don't know if it's a pine or a fir. Anyway, it's like a big Christmas tree and it's absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, no, I don't know why. It's like, I thought with the ground being so damp it'd be really easy to pull the nettles from the roots, but it's almost like the stems are just snapping, so maybe they're on their way out and dying off, and the stems aren't as strong as I thought they would be. Damn it. Late for that again. Anyway, talking of late, let's go see what's been happening in the grow zone, because it's been a while since I updated you on that. Here we are at the grow zone where we have tomato plants, we have watermelons, we have courgettes, we have cucumber, we have spring onion, peppers, carob, avocado, what looks like lemon, plum, leeks, cauliflower, jalapenos, more tomatoes, more peppers. What's missing? What's missing from all of these? Can you guess? Fruit, produce, that's what's missing. I've had one cucumber that I've had to remove because the plant's dying off. I'll show you that in a second, but yeah, obviously I've got to plant these out in the veg beds, the leeks, so we'll have them maybe next month, November, I don't know. But my peppers didn't come to anything, my tomato plants didn't come to anything, the jalapeno, the cauliflower, the watermelons fruited like massive. They were just not fruited, sorry, flowered. Prolifically, I would say. They were covered in flowers, but nothing. There's the peppers that my sister grew me. Look, nothing. I mean, I am quite pleased with my carob, my avocado, my little lemon trees, and oh yeah, that was supposed to be plum, but we actually think it's strawberry. Who knows? Just let it grow anyway. Yeah, nothing. Self-sufficiency, my backside, eh? It's not an absolute complete loss, of course. I've got my one cucumber, and I've got aubergines, and I can't even remember what else down in the veg bed, so I've got something, but again, no produce except from one cucumber. I can't believe I've not even got any tomatoes. Oh, hang on a wee minute. Look at this. Just spotted it there as I was talking. There's me moaning about not having anything. I have one green tomato. Listen, if that's how excited I get about one tomato, could you imagine how I would be if I had a lot of tomatoes? But okay, I am very impressed that I've got one tomato here. Spoke too soon, eh? But no, I've been in here every day having a look to see what's happening, and that's the first time I've noticed that. So okay, I have one tomato. Oh wait, I've also got a couple of mushrooms growing. Oh no, I'm all dirty. I'm covered in dirt. Oh, it's okay. Hair wash day tomorrow. Yeah, I'll just leave these until they die off. If I get something from them, I get something. If I don't, I don't. I know what happened again this year, and it is that I was late in getting everything seeded. It's just one of those things, isn't it? You learn from all of your mistakes, so it's never a waste of time as long as you're learning something. And I'm learning a lot, trust me. I'm not sure if I told you about this one, but that there is my lovely grapevine that was fruiting and had some lovely tiny little bunches of grapes on it. I probably don't need to tell you what happened to this, but I will anyway. And its name is Sybil. So I've got my herbs and my mint and a few more herbs. Still okay. Lost my lemon balm while I was on holiday. But I think one of these is lemon balm. I'm sure that one's lemon balm. So I've still got one lemon balm plant, but yeah, these ones that were in here next to the chives died while I was on holiday because we had some really good weather and they didn't get watered. Or not enough anyway, but hey, it happens, doesn't it? Got some, yeah, just other plants growing here. Never mind. Doubt if I'll get anything from these, but that is the kiwis. So there's, yeah, tiny little fruits. But will they come to anything now? Who knows? There's nothing I can do about that though, because it's outside, it's left to the elements, it gets watered. I just don't think it's warm enough here, or we don't get enough sunshine. For the kiwis, that's the pear tree that again, through lack of water, all the leaves died off except these lower ones, but it's not dead, so we've still got what looks like some new growth for next year on it, so it'll be fine. It will be right. Raspberries actually done amazingly well this year. Again, I can always count on these raspberries. They're just amazing. The fruits are large, they're sweet, they're lovely. The reason that the whole thing looks ransacked is because the dogs are literally ransacking it. They love these raspberries. So that's why really I can only get the fruits from up the top, but I've picked a fair amount this year, eaten quite a bit. The dogs have definitely eaten more, but still getting fruit off it. Got another strawberry plant here, which is just starting to fruit, and one here, which we hope we'll get some fruit from. What is that? What is that? What's that? It's weird, whatever it is. How odd. I think part of the problem this year has also been the whole disruption of plants. So stuff's been getting moved about while we've been getting the work done on the house and garden. So all the plants have been constantly getting moved and then repotted on. Sorry, that's not attractive, is it? Repotted. And do you know what I mean? So we've just not really been able to concentrate a great deal of time on looking after the plants and stuff. But now that everything is done, hopefully I'm going to be able to get some of this stuff planted up in the flower bed. I know it's a flower bed, but why would you not plant fruit and veg in your flower bed? So I'm going to get some of the stuff planted up there. I've got so much plans for this autumn and winter, but I had so much plans for last autumn and winter as well, and time just ran away with me and I've no idea why. But anyway, I've brought you down here to show you this, because this is actually something that is doing really well this year and I'm very happy with this. My wee apple tree. Now this is a tree that I got, oh my god, it must be 15 years ago, something like that, before we moved here, and I brought it with me, planted it down the garden. I have never pruned this. So this is one of the trees I planned on pruning last year. Hang fire, got somebody coming to talk to us. Hello there, have you got something to say? What would you like to say? If you like my mum's videos, please like and subscribe. Yay! So that she can afford to buy more feed for me and my friends. Thank you very much, bye. Anywho. So yeah, I planted it down here. I've never pruned it. Planned on pruning it last year in the winter and didn't get round to it, but it's done really well this year. This is the best year I've seen for these, without a doubt. So I'm going to get them picked very, very soon. Once the first one falls, I'll probably come and pick the rest. But yeah, they are not going to waste this year. I'm sure me and Richie will eat them. I can already picture them getting chopped up into little squares and eaten with some Greek yogurt and honey. Oh, that sounds good, doesn't it? That sounds good. Anyway, okay, say bye-bye to the people. Say bye-bye to the people. No, You come and attack my shoes instead. Okay, last thing to show you before I head indoors for the day because the weather's not good is, well, these are also the same raspberry plant that's up next to the barbecue. Need a bit tidying really, but they're starting to fruit now. So that there, hang on, that is, oh my god, what is it? Aubergine. Yeah, doing brilliant. This is cabbage, which again, I don't think I'm going to get anything from. This lot is, let me see, where is it? Broccoli. That lot's broccoli. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting anything from that either. And, uh-oh, I've lost the tag for this one. I don't know what that is. Okay, we don't know what that is. But whatever it is, it's probably not going to give us any veg anyway. And that is spinach. Oh my god, honestly. So you're probably wondering at this stage, why the hell does she still want to be off grid when she can't even grow veg? But I'm blaming the weather. It's either raining too much, or it's too warm, or it's too dry. There's just no consistency, is there? And I think veg gets confused. Who knows? Who knows? But one day I will grow enough to live without buying. It's a good job I'm going to live till I'm about 178, isn't it? Anyway. This is my one and only cucumber. Looks a little bit anemic, but it's getting yacht anyways. And that's it for this week's video. I did manage to get a couple of things ticked off my to-do list, but I also ended up adding a couple more things onto my to-do list. So just like I said, it's never ending and ever expanding, but never mind. There's always next weekend and nobody's going to break in and do it for me, are they? So it'll wait and it'll get done when it gets done. There's only so much time in a weekend that I can get all this shizzle done. So thank you again for watching, and as the chicken says, don't forget to like if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers. I'm 2 away. Are you going to be the person that makes my day and gets me to 200? Come on, you know you want to subscribe. Just do it. Anyways, I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Thank you again and have an amazing week. Bye.